In a series like Danganronpa, it's not surprising to anybody that there are small facts and Easter eggs hidden everywhere. I'm Watermelon Pizza, introductions are hard and this video is definitely not rushed. So without further ado, here are 20 pieces of Danganronpa trivia that even the most dedicated of students probably weren't aware of. Number 1. The first character. You might have thought that the first character created for Danganronpa is Protag-kun Makoto Naegi. More cultured fans might know that that's completely wrong and that the first characters were Leon and Sayaka. But I'm here to tell you that no, that's wrong, because the first character for Distrust was actually finalized into Kiyotaka. Kodaka is on record having stated that he felt as though having an academically motivated character for a school setting felt like the natural first step. Although his very first design was scrapped in production, it was eventually repurposed into Leon. That's right, this isn't Leon, this is Kiyotaka, obviously. Number 2. Teru's unexplained vendetta against Ketchup. In the first chapter of Danganronpa 2, Nagito mentions an old friend of his. He remarks that he should buy that friend a gift when he escapes this island, and he considers Ketchup as a potential gift. In response to that remark, Teru becomes enraged, cursing Ketchup as a disgrace to the culinary arts. This fact is further proven by the fact that the ketchup item that you can obtain from the Mono Yashin is one of Teru's least favorite items during free time. Number 3. Danganronpa V3's original ending. V3 was very difficult to write for the developers, and it's understandable that many changes occurred from concept to conclusion. The current ending of V3 has the fandom in a wide rift, but the original ending was vastly different, with Kibo being an alien spy and Miyu and Ryoma being the sole survivors. Number 4. Title screen Easter egg. On the title screens of Danganronpa 2, you can see Hajime running across Jabberwock with various classmates. The classmate is random, however if you input the sequence up, down, left, right, BA, Chiaki will always be the next character to appear. This string of inputs is the Konami code, a cheat code that was originally used in the menus of video games by the Konami Group. It's a cool Easter egg that's perfectly fitting for the ultimate gamer. Number 5. Protagonist Yasuhiro. Spike Chunsoft has toyed with the idea of creating a full spin-off title featuring Yasuhiro Hagakure that would occur coincident with Ultra Despair Girls. While very little is known about this game, it was supposedly an action game with gacha elements. The game pitch was eventually scrapped and Ultra Despair Hagakure was written instead. Number 6. Yuta and Taichi once again being done dirty. While Danganronpa S has the full cast of all 3 killing games, its UDG rep is lacking. Yuta and Taichi are excluded from the game entirely. However, their sprites from UDG are left unused within the game files, indicating that they may have been planned for inclusion earlier on. Unsurprisingly, Haiji was never considered for the school trip. Number 7. Recycled voice lines. Multiple of Korekio's voice lines were mistakenly deleted during the development of Danganronpa V3. Todd Haberkorn was unable to re-record them in time for the game's release, so they were forced to rewrite some segments of the trials to be able to use Teru Hanamura's voice lines in their place. Number 8. Despite being central themes of the games, the words hope and despair are only said throughout all titles less than 500 times combined. Around 100 of these mentions are from Nagito alone. Number 9. Neo World Program. Danganronpa 2 takes place in a simulation because the dev teams decided that Gundam Tanaka was too hot to kill off permanently. Number 10. Unused and unreleased sprites. Now, Danganronpa has a lot of different sprites for a lot of different characters, so it's understandable that not all sprites will make it into the games. By now, everybody knows about the unused Miyu sprite, which is left unused due to ethical concerns, but there are more that remain unseen for a long time. Until now, because I'm here. Released after an interview with Kodaka following the release of V3 in 2019, he let us in on a few of these. This Kokichi expression was never used normally in V3, however it does appear in a sequence of CGs in Chapter 5. Additionally, there are going to be new sprites for Tsumugi's cosplays, such as this Makoto sprite. Most intriguingly is this unused sprite of Rantaro, which would have been used after he dunks on the haters, but similar to Miyu, it went unused due to ethical concerns. Number 11. Miyu's Second Death. The 4th case of V3 was changed in Western releases. In Japanese copies of the game, Miyu was found beaten to death with a broom by Gonta after she mistakenly stepped on a beetle. This body discovery, however, is so gruesome that it violates YouTube's terms of services, so I'm unfortunately unable to show it to you here. Number 12. Goth Byakuya. This room belongs to Celestia Ludenberg and Trigger Happy Havoc. However, this room actually has Byakuya's name attached to it in the files. Although this was likely a mistake, this means that cross-dressing Goth Byakuya is technically canon. Number 13. Hang the Buki. When you unlock Tengo's dojo in Chapter 3, a silhouette can be seen in the distance on the wall behind the dojo. As many people have pointed out, This shape looks very similar to Ibuki Miyoda's body from the second game. Why Ibuki's body is hanging on the walls in V3 is unknown. However, the lack of a rational explanation just makes this detail even more chilling. Number 14, Forklift Certification. Mikan Tsumiki is forklift certified. Number 15, A New Hope. Kodaka originally wanted to name Goodbye Despair Danganronpa A New Hope. However, this was already the name of Episode 4 of Star Wars. George Lucas didn't like the same name, so he ended up visiting Tokyo and fist-fighting Kodaka in a McDonald's parking lot, resulting in a 9-month-long court case in which Phoenix Wright ends up developing a crippling alcohol addiction as a result of all the bullshit that he has to put up with on a daily basis. Number 16, Mukuro Ikusaba is a raccoon. There is no proof that Mukuro Ikusaba is not a raccoon. Number 17, The Ultimate Imposter was never caught. The Ultimate Imposter, like the rest of Class 77B, was turned to despair due to Ryo Tomitarai's brainwashing video. It's a common misconception that they were captured and placed into the Neo World program with the rest of the remnants, but this is not the case. The Byakuya Togami that is the first victim in Danganronpa 2 is actually the Byakuya Togami from the first game. He mistakenly logged himself into the Neo World program and was unable to get out. Due to how the program works, Byakuya lost his memory and was reverted back to his appearance and mentality prior to attending Hope's Peak Academy. The Togami that is seen in the 6th trial is an AI that Makoto and Kyoko created, so that Kyosuke wouldn't become suspicious that Togami wasn't replying to his emails. That being said, the Ultimate Imposter that is seen in Danganronpa 3 was never officially caught by the Future Foundation. They met up with 77B and Hope Arc, but despite helping save the world from Ryota's brainwashing, Ultimate Imposter is still a wanted war criminal in over 80 countries. Number 18, Ryo Mahoshi. Despite having a respectable amount of fans, the man that the fandom knows as the Ultimate Tense Pro doesn't exist. There has never been a character named Ryo Mahoshi, or an Ultimate Tennis player. The second formal victim in Danganronpa 3 was Gekko Gahara. I really don't know why so many people mistakenly hallucinated this. Number 19, Fuyuhiko is in Danganronpa V3. V3 gives us much exposition through the flashback lights, and let's be real, nobody actually cares about any of it, but in this CG depicting the virus that plagued the Earth, a familiar face stands out from the crowd. Fuyuhiko Kuzuryu was sneakily snuck into V3. You could make an argument that this is just a man that looks similar to Fuyuhiko, but you can see his scar and his hair detailing, which leaves little room for doubt that this is in fact Baby Gangsta. Number 20, Hifumi is the mastermind. There's no doubt about this, Hifumi is the mastermind. Hifumi is the perfect mastermind, completely unsuspecting. The Ahoge is a sacred symbol in Danganronpa. It indicates extremely important characters. And do you know how many characters in Trigger Happy Havoc have an Ahoge? That's right, 2. The protagonist and Hifumi frickin' Yamada. Hifumi is also an extremely powerful being the only character truly able to defy death. The body discovery announcement plays Hifumi is dead, and yet he's conscious moments later. He is very clearly capable of impossible feats. Additionally, his body is missing for the rest of the game. Where is his body? Most certainly not in there. Finally, take a look at the box art for Danganronpa Decadence. You can't tell me that Hifumi isn't about to deliver a villain monologue. Junko was just another poor soul that he played like a deck of cards. And there you have it! Did you know any of these facts? No? Well, that's probably because I just lied to you for 9 minutes straight. That's right, you just got. Merry Christmas.